Welcome to part 1 of the Phrasal Verbs with Hang podcast. I'm Tom, and I'm one of the teachers here at Intrepid English. Before we begin, there's some vocabulary we need to go through. Phrase, verb, put into a particular form of words. Particular, adjective, used to single out an individual member of a specified group or class. Patient, adjective, able to accept or tolerate delays, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. So, what is a phrasal verb? Well, a phrasal verb consists of a root verb, such as go, put, or set, and an adverb or preposition, such as away, on, or out. Phrasal verbs are idiomatic, which means that the phrasal verb has a different meaning to the individual words within the phrase. This blog explains the meanings of 4 common phrasal verbs which contain the word hang. Here's our first example. Hang around, which means to spend time in a place waiting or doing nothing. For example, he hung around the bar waiting for the others. A bonus here is hang around together, which means to spend time with each other. Or hang around with, which means to spend time with someone. These last 2 bonus phrasal verbs are very similar to hang around. Hang back is our second example. There are 2 definitions for the phrasal verb hang back. The first is to not do something immediately because you are not confident or are uncertain about it. For example, I'm going to hang back and wait for a bit. The second meaning is to stay in a place after other people have left. For example, she's the kid who hangs back to speak to the teacher after class. Our third example is hang in, which means to be brave or determined enough to continue doing something even though there are difficulties. For example, hang in there. Or another example, all you have to do is hang in there for a couple more minutes. Our last example is hang on. There are 5 different meanings for hang on, so you may want a piece of paper and a pen to write these down. The first is to hold tightly to something. For example, hang on, I'm coming to get you. The second is to wait or be patient. For example, I think we should hang on and see what happens. The third is to continue doing something and achieve success, even though there are difficulties. For example, the visiting team hung on for a bit longer and won the game. The fourth meaning is to depend on something. For example, everything hangs on the result of the blood test. And our final meaning is used for saying that you have just realized something. For example, hang on a minute, are you saying aliens are real? These are just 4 examples of phrasal verbs that use hang. In the next podcast, we will look at 4 more examples. But for now, I'd like to thank you for listening to this podcast. I hope that these 4 phrasal verbs will be of use and that you can practice them in your everyday conversation. If you have any questions or would like to request a topic for future blogs, you can contact us through email, or you can post a comment below, or you can book a free trial lesson with one of our teachers. Thank you again. I'm Tom, one of the teachers here at Intrepid English.